I will be the prosecutor doing the questioning. I will have a female voice.
I will be the witness doing the answering. I will have a male voice.
This Q&A will be at 100 words per minute. If you are ready, we will begin.
State your name for the record.
Kenneth McFarland.
And you are the superintendent of schools of the city of Topeka?
Yes.
How long have you held that post?
9 years, since 1942.
What is your educational background?
A bachelor's degree from Pittsburgh Teachers College here in Kaunas and a master's degree from Columbia University and a doctorate degree from Stanford University.
How long have you been in educational work, Doctor?
24 years.
When you came to Topeka, state whether or not the elementary schools were being operated, separated as to Negro and whites in the first 6 grades.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand, do you, that the statute of Kansas is a permissive one, that the Board of Education may, it's up to their discretion, according to statute.
Yes.
To so operate the elementary schools.
Yes, I understand that.
Has it ever been your policy that you recommended to the board to change that operation actually?
We have never recommended that we change the fundamental structure of the elementary schools.
Have you ever, as an administrator of schools, considered it part of your business to fortunate custom and social customs and usage in the community?
Ma'am, I think the point is extremely significant. In fact, it's probably the major factor in why the Board of Education is defending this lawsuit, and that is we have never considered it, and there is nothing in the record historically that it's the place of the public school system to dictate the social customs of the people who support the public school system.
Do you say that the separation of the schools that we have is in harmony with the public opinion, weight of public opinion, in this community?
We have no objective evidence that the majority sentiment of the public would desire a change in the fundamental structure.
Now we will get on to the actual operation. Have there been any distinction in the question of fixing salaries, furnishing accessories, or supplies to the Negro schools as opposed to the white schools?
No, I think we found what we thought were discrepancies when we first came here in salaries. Those were corrected. We adopted a minimum salary of $2,400 for inexperienced teachers with degrees. That was the basis where we started, and from that point on, there has been no discrepancy of any kind.
Do you take into account, as head of schools, as recommending the Board of Education the matter of the color of the teacher at all and fixing that teacher's contract salary?
No.
You have heard Mrs. Mifflin testify to the factors that are considered. Is that correct?
The 3 factors plus the total responsibilities involved in the job.
Some teachers have more responsibilities than others.
That's right.
Of course, a principle, that would be naturally true. Now, in respect to furnishing, honoring requisitions and furnishing all supplies are the same factors considered by you and the Board of Education? In respect to that, with regard to whether the school is a white or Negro school?
Oh, yes. No difference.
There has been some testimony here about curriculum. The same curriculum followed in both the black and white schools, elementary schools?
Yes, they are all under the same director of elementary schools, same supervisor of elementary schools, same special supervisors, no difference.
Your administrative setup is entirely one for the operation of the entire school system, is it not?
Yes, it is considered 22 elementary schools.
Yes. In any particular, whether I have asked you or not, is there the slightest difference in the actual operation and maintenance of the school system between the Negro and white schools, the way it's carried on?
Nothing done on the basis of color. They are merely treated as individuals.
Do you know whether or not this operation has been well received in this community?
Well, I feel that it has, in the main, been very well received.